Hey everyone, we are in lesson number 4. Right, well, it's kind of exciting. Equivalent ratios. All right, people, kind of a big deal here. Equivalent ratios here is a big focal point. So we're going to be not only using our tape diagrams to create them, but we're also going to start to lead into that algorithm method. And that's what we've got coming on down here in this exercise 1. So ratios are equivalent, all right? And man, we're going to get mathematical on you here. If there is a constant, okay, what's a constant? Well, it's when you multiply by the same number. That's a constant. So, remember, we need to do the same thing. And we need to stay in order. So check it out. Do you see the 6 and the 42? They both came first. What do you multiply 6 by to get to 42? Yeah, you multiply by 7. So I ask you, if I multiply an 11 by a 7, do I get 88? No, we don't. We don't. So that's why we're saying no, they are not equivalent ratios because we did not multiply by the same number. And like we wrote down, multiply by the same number. Now, okay, so what would an equivalent ratio be? Well, if we were multiplying by 7, 11 times 7 would give us a 77 that's there. So yeah, we've got a 6 to 11, and if we had a 42 to a 77, we're good, because again, we're multiplying by 7. 6 times 7, yes, that is 42. And 11 times 7, yes, that is 77. So that's the key item, multiplying by the same number. And that's why we have those boxes from the tape diagram. Once we figure out what one box is worth, that's what we multiply by, multiplying by the same number that's there. All right, so let's go down here a little bit and we'll show it in action. So, exercise 2, it says, in a bag of mixed walnuts and cashews, the ratio of the number of walnuts to the number of cashews is 5 to 6. Okay, you gave me a ratio. Well. Let's tape diagram it up. The first number is a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 5. And then I need a 6. So it's a little bit bigger. It's one box bigger. And remember, when they match up, we like to draw those lines so that they match up. So I got 5 boxes going across the top, 6 going across the bottom. Let's see, the walnuts came first, so you get a W. The cashews came second, so we get a C that's going to go with those 7 boxes. All right, let's keep reading. Use a tape diagram to determine the amount of walnuts there are in a bag if there are 54 cashews. Well, let's find the cashews. The cashews are on the bottom, so the 54 is going to go with the cashews. Remember, the goal of a tape diagram is to figure out how much each box is worth, because each box is also known as the constant from the previous page. Look at us tying things together here. Yeah! So, 54 divided up between the 6 boxes. So if I do 54 and I divide it by a 6, I get 9. So each box is worth a 9. Now, I don't have to fill in 9s across the board. As long as I know one of them's worth 9, I'm good to go. They want to know how many walnuts there are. Well, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes. Each are worth 9. So 9 times 5, we say hello, 45. 45 walnuts that are there. So again, I was multiplying by the same number. I was multiplying by 9 each time. All right, 9 in each box. 9 times 6, 54. 9 times 5, 45. We've got to be consistent here. So let's tie it together. Use multiplication to show how the new ratio you created of number of walnuts to number of cashews is equivalent to 5 to 6. Okay, so again, if we rewind here, in order to be equivalent ratios, you need to multiply by the same number. So let's see here. I got a 5 and a 6. All right. Now, remember, we got to keep things in order. So if I go back up, all right, the 5 was with the walnuts, because that's what came first there. So I'm going to come off to the side, just put a W over there and a C over there for the cashews. All right. I'm not sure if I like cashews. I think I do. I don't think I like walnuts too much. But I think that's when you crack them. Maybe. I don't know. All right. I'm staying focused here. I'm back on track. Okay. So if I use my new numbers, they're saying there were 54 cashews. So there were 54 cashews. When I solved the problem, I figured out there were 45 walnuts. So again, they're getting you more to this algorithm technique. We want to use multiplication to show that they are equivalent. So remember, multiply by the same number. Well, what do you multiply 5 by to get to 45? You multiply by 9. And if you multiply that 9 times that 6, do you get 54? Yes, we do. So we multiplied by the same number. We've got equivalent ratios, people, and that's the key thing here. All right? Multiply by the same number, equivalent. Oh, look, lesson 5. All right, people. See you tomorrow.